Hello and welcome back, squad. Here is part 3 of first chapter. Today we will discuss following topics. Number 1. Contribution of Muslim scientist. Number 2. The levels of organization. Let's discuss contribution of Muslim scientists. Number 1. Jabir bin Hayyan, 722 to 817 AD. He wrote 2 books on animals, Al-Haywan, and on plants, Al-Nabatiyat. Number 2. Abdul Malik Asma'i, 741 to 828 AD. He wrote many books on animals, on horse, Al-Khil, on camel, Al-Ibil, on sheep, Al-Shat, on wild animals, Al-Wahush, on human body parts and functions, Khalqul Insan. Number 3. Abu Ali Sina, 980 to 1037 AD. He is known as Father of Medicine. He identified many diseases like tuberculosis, TB, meningitis, and inflammations, etc., and wrote books like Al-Qanun and Fil Tib al-Shafa. Now let's discuss the levels of organization. Atom, molecule, macromolecule, cell, tissue, organ, organ system, organism, population, community, ecosystem, biosphere. Atomic level. Atom is made up of small subatomic particles like electron, proton, and neutrons. All matter is composed of atoms. Atoms combine to from element. There are 6 basic elements of life. These are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Sham. Molecular level. Molecule is a group of atoms bonded together. There are 2 categories of molecules. 1. Micromolecules. Glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids. 2. Macromolecules. Carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. Cellular level. Cell is basic unit of life. Living and working portion of cell is called protoplasm. Same types of cells gather to form tissue. Different types of tissues gather to form organ. Different organs work together to form organ system. Organ systems work together to form a living organism. Let's try to remember sequence with help of pictures. Cell to tissue, tissue to organ, organ to organ system to complete organism. Taxonomic level. There are 7 taxonomic levels: species, group, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Here is a trick to remember the sequence. Sig, Foc, PK. Level. All members of a same species living in specific habitat is called population. For example, group of parrot living in a tree. Community level. Members of different species living in a specific habitat is called community. Ecological system. Interaction of living organisms with non-living environment is called ecosystem. Biosphere level. Part of Earth where life exists, or group of ecosystems. Types of organizations. Number 1. Unicellular organization, living organisms composed of only one cell and perform all activities of life. For example, bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. Colonial organization, group of unicellular organisms that live together. They are independent of each other and do not form multicellular structures. For example, Volvox, multicellular organization, living organism composed of many cells. For example, man, mustard plant, frog, mango tree, etc. Example of unicellular organisms. Amoeba. It is unicellular. It is found in stagnant water. Its size is 0.25 micrometer. It has cell membrane for regulation and a transparent cytoplasm. Cytoplasm contains all organelles. It moves with help of pseudopodia. Example of colonial organism. Volvox. Volvox is a type of green algae that forms spherical colonies. Each colony is made up of many individual cells. They have chlorophyll and they are photosynthetic. They live in fresh water. Antony van Leeuwenhoek discovered them. They belong to genus Chlorophyte green algae and family Volvocaceae. Example of multicellular organisms. Frog. Its scientific name is Rana tigrina. It is amphibian, means they live on land and water, both. Its body is divided into two parts, head and trunk. It has no neck. They live near ponds, ditches, pools, or stagnant water. They feed over small insects. Another example of multicellular organism. Mustard plant, Brassica campestris. It is grown in winter season. Its leaves are used as vegetable, and seeds are used for oil extraction. Its length is 1 to 1.5 meters. It has two parts, vegetative and reproductive, root. Stem and leaves are vegetative parts. Yellow flower is its reproductive part.